Hey, have you watched the first episode of Mastering AWS Interviews, the ultimate guide to the top 250 plus questions by the tech think tank?
Yes, I have. It was informative and helpful.
I'm excited to watch the second episode. I heard it covers more advanced topics.
That's right. The second episode covers topics like AWS security, scalability, and high availability.
Those are essential topics to know for AWS interviews.
Definitely. Employers want to see that you have a deep understanding of AWS and can apply that knowledge to real-world scenarios.
I read that AWS is the most popular cloud platform. Is that true?
Yes, it is. According to Synergy Research Group, AWS has a 33% share of the cloud infrastructure market, which is more than its next three competitors combined.
Wow, that's impressive. It's essential to have AWS skills in today's job market.
Absolutely. And with the right preparation and knowledge, anyone can ace an AWS interview.
I'm looking forward to watching the second episode. It's great that we have access to this valuable resource.
Definitely. It's a great way to prepare for AWS interviews and increase our chances of success.
If you haven't viewed the first episode of this video, click on the pop-up banner or follow the link provided in the description below to watch it before proceeding. It's advisable to start with part 1 for a better understanding before continuing with this video.
Well, then let us get started with part 2 of Mastering AWS Interviews, the ultimate guide to the top 250 plus questions, episode 2. I am Arya, your host for today. Today, we're diving deeper into the world of AWS interviews with episode 2 of our comprehensive series, Mastering AWS Interviews, the ultimate guide to the top 250 plus questions. In the first episode, we laid the groundwork by exploring fundamental concepts and frequently asked questions. Now, it's time to elevate your AWS interview preparation to the next level. Whether you're a seasoned cloud professional or just starting your AWS journey, this series aims to equip you with the knowledge and confidence needed to ace any AWS interview. In episode 2, we'll tackle a diverse set of questions, ranging from advanced technical queries to scenario-based challenges. Our goal is not just to provide answers but to delve into the reasoning and principles behind them. Understanding the why is as crucial as knowing the what. Expect insightful discussions on key AWS services, architecture best practices, security considerations, and more. We've curated this episode to be a valuable resource for anyone striving to master the intricacies of AWS interviews. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Now, let's sharpen those AWS skills and embark on a journey to conquer even the most challenging interview questions. Welcome to episode 2 of Mastering AWS Interviews, the ultimate guide to the top 250 plus questions.
Today's first question. What are the roles in the AWS cloud? In AWS, roles are a way to grant permissions to entities without the need for long-term credentials. Roles are often used for cross-account access, service-to-service access, and providing temporary permissions. They have a trust relationship that specifies who can assume the role, and permissions policies that define the allowed actions. Roles are essential for secure and flexible access management in AWS. What are the policies and what are the types of policies in AWS Cloud? In AWS, policies define permissions for AWS identity and access management entities. There are two main types. 1. Identity-based policies. These are attached to IAM users, groups, and roles. Specify what actions are allowed or denied. 2. Resource-based policies. These are attached directly to AWS resources. Define who has access to the resource and what actions are allowed. Policies use JSON syntax and are essential for controlling access to AWS services and resources. What is CloudFront? CloudFront is Amazon Web Services Content Delivery Network (CDN) service. It accelerates the distribution of web content, like images and videos, by caching it at edge locations globally, reducing latency and enhancing user experience. What are edge locations? Edge locations are endpoints in Amazon CloudFront's Content Delivery Network (CDN), globally distributed to cache and deliver content with low latency, enhancing the speed and efficiency of content delivery to end users. What is the maximum individual archive that you can store in Glacier? Amazon Glacier allows archives to range in size from 1 byte to 40 terabytes, and there are no limits to the total amount of data or the number of archives that an AWS user can store in Glacier. What is VPC? A virtual private cloud, VPC, is a logically isolated section of the AWS cloud where you can launch AWS resources in a virtual network that you define. It provides control over the network environment, including IP address ranges, subnets, and security settings, allowing you to create a private, secure space to host your applications and resources. What is a VPC peering connection? VPC peering connection in AWS enables private communication between two virtual private clouds, VPCs, using private IP addresses, facilitating seamless connectivity without the need for a complex network setup. What are NAT gateways? Network address translation gateways in AWS allow instances in a private subnet to connect to the Internet for software updates, patches, and other tasks, while keeping them protected from direct inbound traffic from the Internet. NAT gateways are a solution for instances that need to access the Internet but do not require direct inbound traffic. They provide a layer of security by acting as a bridge between private instances and the Internet. How can you control the security of your VPC? In AWS, you can control the security of your VPC through 1. Security groups. Act as virtual firewalls for instance, controlling inbound and outbound traffic. 2. Network ACLs. Operate at the subnet level, controlling traffic between subnets with stateless rules. 3. VPC peering. Allows private communication between VPCs. 4. VPN and Direct Connect. Provide secure connectivity to on-premises networks. 5. NAT gateways/instances. Enable private instances to access the Internet securely. And 6. Flow logs. Capture information about IP traffic going to and from network interfaces in your VPC. Combining these elements helps create a secure and controlled networking environment within your VPC. What are the different types of storage gateway? In AWS, Storage Gateway is a hybrid cloud storage service that connects on-premises environments with cloud storage. There are 3 types of AWS Storage Gateway. 1. File Gateway, NFS and SMB. Presents a file interface to applications, storing files as objects in Amazon S3 buckets. Supports industry standard file and storage protocols NFS and SMB. 2. Volume Gateway, ISCSI. Presents block storage volumes to your on-premises applications using the ISCSI protocol. Volume data is stored in Amazon S3 or as EBS snapshots. 3. Tape Gateway. Provides a virtual tape infrastructure that uses Amazon S3 and Glacier as a scalable, cost-effective storage backend. Enables integration with existing backup applications that use traditional tape-based workflows. These storage gateway types enable organizations to seamlessly integrate on-premises environments with AWS cloud storage, allowing for flexibility, scalability, and hybrid cloud architectures. Always check the official AWS documentation for the most up-to-date information on AWS services. What is a snowball? A snowball is a physical data transport solution designed to help organizations transfer large amounts of data into and out of the AWS cloud. The AWS Snowball device is a rugged, secure, and portable appliance that you can use to transfer data offline. Snowball is particularly useful for scenarios where the volume of data makes online transfer impractical or where a physical transfer is more efficient. It simplifies the process of importing/exporting large datasets into and out of AWS. What are the database types in RDS? In Amazon Relational Database Service, you can provision and manage several types of relational database engines. The available database types in RDS include 1. Amazon Aurora. 2. MySQL. 3. PostgreSQL. 4. MariaDB. 5. Oracle. 6. Microsoft SQL Server and 7. Amazon RDS Proxy. It's important to note that AWS services and features can evolve, so I recommend checking the official AWS documentation for the most up-to-date information on available database types in Amazon RDS. What is a Redshift? Amazon Redshift is a fully managed, petabyte-scale data warehouse service in the cloud. It is part of the Amazon Web Services portfolio and is designed for high-performance analysis of large datasets using SQL queries. Amazon Redshift is particularly well-suited for complex analytical queries on large datasets, making it a popular choice for organizations seeking a scalable and performant data warehousing solution in the cloud. What is SNS? Amazon Simple Notification Service is a fully managed messaging service provided by Amazon Web Services, AWS. It enables the decoupling of the components in a cloud application, allowing them to communicate with each other by sending and receiving messages or notifications. Amazon SNS is commonly used for scenarios such as event notifications, application alerts, and distributing messages in a decoupled and scalable manner across distributed systems. What are the types of routing policies in Route 53? Amazon Route 53, the AWS Domain Name System web service, supports several types of routing policies that determine how traffic is directed to different resources. The main routing policies in Route 53 include 1. Simple routing. 2. Weighted routing. 3. Latency-based routing. 4. Failover routing. 5. Geolocation routing and 6. Multi-value answer routing. These routing policies offer flexibility in directing traffic based on various factors such as geographical location, latency, weights, health of resources, and more. What is the maximum size of messages in SQS? The maximum size of a message that you can send to an Amazon Simple Queue service, SQS, standard queue is 256 kilobytes, KB. This includes both the message body and any message attributes. For messages larger than 256 kilobytes, you can use Amazon SQS Extended Client Library for Java, which stores the message contents in an Amazon S3 bucket and includes a reference to the S3 object in the SQS message. What are the types of queues in SQS? Amazon Simple Queue Service provides two types of queues. 1. Standard queues and 2. FIFO or first in first out queues. When choosing between standard and FIFO queues, consider your application's requirements for message ordering and exactly once processing. FIFO queues are suitable for applications that require strict message ordering and deduplication, while standard queues provide higher throughput but may not guarantee strict ordering. What is multi-AZ RDS? Multi-availability zone in Amazon RDS refers to a high-availability deployment option that is designed to enhance the resilience and reliability of a relational database instance. When you choose multi-AZ deployment for an Amazon RDS DB instance, Amazon automatically sets up a standby replica in a different availability zone. While multi-AZ deployment provides high availability, it's important to note that it is not a scaling solution for read traffic. For read scalability, you may want to consider using read replicas in addition to multi-AZ. What are the types of backups in the RDS database? In Amazon Relational Database Service, there are two main types of backups: automated backups and manual snapshots. By combining automated backups and manual snapshots, you can implement a comprehensive backup and recovery strategy for your RDS databases. What is the difference between security groups and network access control lists? Both security groups and network access control lists are networking features in Amazon Web Services that control inbound and outbound traffic to and from resources in a virtual private cloud. However, they operate at different levels of the network stack and have some key differences. Security groups operate at the instance level. These are stateful. If you allow inbound, the corresponding outbound is allowed automatically. And these are simpler to configure with respect to NACLs. On the other hand, network access control lists operate at the subnet level. These are stateless, so inbound and outbound rules must be defined separately. These also offer finer control, but are more complex for certain scenarios. What are the types of load balancers in EC2? In Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, there are primarily two types of load balancers. 1. Classic Load Balancer, or CLB. 2. Application Load Balancer, or ALB. Additionally, there is a third type, the Network Load Balancer, or NLB. When choosing a load balancer, consider your specific requirements, such as the type of traffic, protocol, and features needed for your application architecture. What is an ELB? Amazon Elastic Load Balancer is a load balancing service provided by Amazon Web Services, AWS, that distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets, such as Amazon EC2 instances, in multiple availability zones. ELB enhances the availability and fault tolerance of your applications. Amazon ELB simplifies the process of distributing incoming traffic and ensures that applications run smoothly, with improved fault tolerance and scalability. The appropriate type of ELB depends on your specific use case and requirements. What are the two types of access that you can provide when you are creating users? When creating users in AWS Identity and Access Management, you can provide access through two main types of access. 1. Programmatic access and 2. AWS Management Console access. When creating IAM users, you can choose to provide one or both types of access based on the user's requirements and responsibilities. For example, a developer might need programmatic access to deploy and manage resources, while an administrator might need both programmatic access and console access for managing IAM policies and user permissions through the AWS Management Console. Before we dive into the next segment, I want to make sure everyone is still with me. If you're finding value in the content so far, drop a quick comment or hit the like button. It helps me tailor the information to your interests. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to share them in the comments section. Now, let's continue with the video. What are the benefits of autoscaling? Autoscaling in AWS offers significant advantages for managing and optimizing the performance of applications. By automatically adjusting the number of instances based on demand, it ensures high availability and fault tolerance, enhancing the overall reliability of applications. This dynamic scaling capability not only improves application performance during traffic spikes, but also optimizes costs by scaling down resources during periods of lower demand. Autoscaling simplifies resource management, reducing the need for manual intervention and providing efficient resource utilization. Additionally, it integrates seamlessly with other AWS services such as load balancers, enabling the distribution of incoming traffic across multiple instances for a more responsive and resilient application architecture. Overall, autoscaling is a key tool for organizations seeking flexibility, cost-effectiveness, and improved reliability in their cloud infrastructure. What are security groups? In AWS, security groups are virtual firewalls for your Amazon EC2 instances, controlling inbound and outbound traffic at the instance level. Each EC2 instance in a VPC can be associated with one or more security groups, specifying the rules that govern traffic to and from the instance. Security groups play a crucial role in controlling access to instances and enhancing the security of your AWS infrastructure. They provide a flexible and scalable way to manage traffic, allowing you to define and refine security policies based on your specific requirements. What are shared AMIs? In Amazon EC2, shared Amazon machine images are pre-configured virtual machine images that are created by one AWS account owner and made accessible for use by other AWS accounts. This sharing mechanism allows for collaboration and consistency in deployment environments across multiple accounts. AMI owners have the flexibility to share their images with specific accounts or make them publicly available for any AWS account to use. While shared AMIs facilitate efficient sharing of standardized machine configurations, users should exercise caution, review documentation, and validate the security and compliance of shared AMIs to ensure they align with their specific requirements and standards.
Thank you for joining us in part 2 of Mastering AWS Interviews, the ultimate guide to the top 250 plus questions. We hope you found valuable insights and information that will help you excel in your AWS interviews. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, be sure to check it out for a comprehensive understanding. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more AWS tips and tutorials, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Wishing you the best in your AWS journey. Stay tuned for more in-depth content, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay curious and keep on thinking. Happy learning!